form, like how big it is and whatever.
Okay.
You know how they're normally quite tall?
Yeah.
This is like more thick than tall, if that makes sense. I like it. Why you always got to bring it down? Why you got to bring down the tone all the time? Why you got to do that? What's wrong with you?
Hi, welcome to this episode of PLBB. I'm PL and that's BB.
Yeah.
We're here again, chatting the most, doing the most. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy. So
Yeah.
let's
There we go.
start. Here we go.
So my question to you is,
All right.
what is the best deal in technology at the moment?
I thought you were going to say something else.
What do you think I was going to say? What do you think I was going to say?
The way how you said deal, I thought something else was coming after it. I was about to get down my flip chart and say, yeah. But all right, go on. What's your question again? Don't say deal like that as well.
What is the best deal in technology at the moment?
All right, what's the best deal in technology? You know I don't really follow tech like that.
I follow tech.
Is this a hypothetical question? Because you know I'm not going to have an answer.
I mean, I've got the answer right here with
All
me.
right, well, just tell me the answer, man. Sure.
Okay, so this week,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do it, but I found such a good deal. Such a good deal.
Yeah.
Do you know what folding phones are?
Jizz.
Okay, so...
You talk about the screen folding ones,
Yes.
or you talk about old school flip phones?
No, folding phones. Where the
Alright.
screen folds.
All right.
So, a while ago, Google released a phone called the Pixel Fold.
All right.
They're now on the second version. But the original Pixel Fold cost $2,000 when it came out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found a deal
Yeah.
on Back Market. Do you know what Back Market
I know
is?
what back market
You've heard
is.
of Back
Yeah.
Market.
Heard of it.
The original Pixel Fold.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at the condition. Hold it in your hand. Open it up.
You know what? That actually does feel nice. Can you slam these?
I don't know. I guess so.
I wouldn't because it's yours, but yeah. That's
Okay.
Cool. All right.
How much do you think that cost? If it cost $2,000 when it was new, it's only a year and a bit old.
Only a year and a bit old.
How much do you think it cost?
Outright.
$2,000 when it was new.
It's the same spec as the $2,000 one, like storage and all that nonsense.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because it's you, I'm just going to go for something stupidly low.
Okay,
I'm
go
going to
on.
say 300 quid.
You're about right.
See, I just know you.
It
That's
cost
high.
£352.
Ratted. That's good, you know.
352. I saw it. I was like, hold on.
Wait, brand new?
That's not brand new, second hand.
No, but it's still good. Still good.
But look at the condition of it, and that's not even good. That's the worst condition they had.
Oh yeah, back markets. Yeah, second hand.
£352. It was supposed to be 372, which was still a good deal. But they said if you use the app, you get £20 off. I was like, all right, cool, for just installing an app, and £352.
No, that's a good deal.
Look at it.
That's actually a good deal.
I love folding tech. Look at it. Look at it. Look.
No notifications.
Does that look sick?
Yeah, get some friends.
Oh my gosh. I haven't put my SIM card in yet. I already got it
Alright,
yesterday.
fair.
But yeah,
No, actually, it feels really nice.
it feels delicious.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyways,
It's
that's
very-
that.
It's got a good weight. All right, cool.
It feels nice, doesn't
Do
it?
you know what? I'm actually really annoyed because I just bought
Go on.
a second-hand iPhone 14 Pro.
And what are they on now? 16, right? Is
Yeah,
it 16 or is it
but-
14 they're on
But
now?
I had like computer exchange vouchers, so I didn't
Okay.
really pay for it. But
Yeah.
it was like over £700. So I would have spent my own money.
For a 2-year-old
that.
iPhone. And this is 1 year old. And it's folding tech.
Yeah.
And it costs £352.
I mean, that is pretty good.
I like it because the form factor, I had the Microsoft one.
Form factor.
The form, like how big it is and whatever.
Okay.
You know how they're normally quite tall?
Yeah.
This is like more thick than tall, if that makes sense. I like it. Why you always got to bring it down? Why you got to bring down the tone all the time? Why you got to do that? What's wrong with you? Anyways,
Yeah,
it's
we
thicker.
like it
It's,
thicker
it's,
than
it's not as
taller.
thin as the other one, so
Yeah.
when like this, you get more of a screen. So you can actually use apps, and then when you open it up, it's more like a widescreen type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Whereas the Microsoft Duo, as you know, is just 2 separate screens.
Yes.
I haven't used it yet, but it feels nice. So that's the best deal in tech this week for me. Anyways,
Nice.
it's nice. Anyways, yes. Cool.
Okay.
Second topic of the show.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we was younger? And this is going to be like a throwback type thing.
Jizz.
It's just to show you how much the world has changed.
All right, go on.
How much was a Freddo when you was younger?
Because I didn't really eat chocolate.
But you know how much they were.
When
though.
they 5p?
No, it wasn't that cheap.
No. I'm thinking of no, they were like 17p.
15p.
Yeah.
But then they went up to 17.
Yeah.
Went up to 20, 25p.
Mhm. How much they? Wait, let me guess.
Go on,
Are
guess how much.
they like the same size?
They are the same size, 95 calories.
Is it 95? I was thought you were gonna say it's 95p.
No.
That it can't be.
95 calories. It's gone from 15 pence. Remember that.
How long ago was it? 15 pence? Oh wait, no,
When we was
it
like
when we-
10.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so a while back.
Like 30 years ago.
I'm going to guess 69p. Nah. You telling me that's in a pound shop?
It's not in a pound shop, no. It's just.
No, I'm
that's
saying it could be in a pound shop.
That looks like Co-op.
Nah, brother.
So you're gonna see it up there anyway. A Freddo is £1 now. £1 for a Freddo. You know what a Freddo is? The little piece of chocolate like this.
Chocolate.
The little piece of chocolate like this. £1.
Can you still buy individual penguins?
Can you ever buy individual penguins? I thought they always came in a packet.
Actually, do you know what? I think it was my corner shop that just opened packets and sold them.
How much? How?
They were cheap.
How?
They were like, it was cheaper than a Freddo.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't really like chocolate, but I don't mind chocolate with like biscuits in it.
Yeah.
So I'd be more inclined to get those.
A penguin's just a bourbon biscuit with chocolate on top. You know that?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Someone said that one point, and I was like, that is
sense.
actually what they are.
Actually makes so much sense.
Yeah. £1 for a Freddo.
But yeah, I was thinking I would be more inclined to pay £1 for a penguin than a Freddo. Not that I would. I'm just saying you get more substance.
I would never pay £1 for either of them.
No, I wouldn't.
You obviously have too much money.
No.
What you? I'll be
I said
more inclined. I'll
I
be
said
more inclined.
That don't mean I'm gonna do it.
Nah, you said it.
Inclined.
Okay.
Whatever, man.
What was that?
I mean, you're a
TikTok.
prick.
TV.
No!
We see why she gets conned now because you just have too much money.
No, I don't.
Nah, you basically said you would
You're
buy
the
a
person who
penguin for
literally
£1.
buys everything. I hardly buy anything.
But-
And you know I hardly buy
okay,
anything.
you hardly buy anything, but when you do, you get conned.
Nah, you saw my little spray bottle from TV, yeah? I got this from TV and it works well, okay? Look at that. Just a bit of oil and water in there. Saves you buying the shitty 1 calorie things. It's literally just oil and water. It works well.
How many
And
calories?
you get duped.
How many calories is it?
Probably more because it's actual oil. What's your problem?
Kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I'll prefer to have like actual oil than processed stuff that you don't even know what's in it.
So, is oil not processed?
Shut up your mouth, eh? It's olive oil, eh? 1 ingredient.
Have you looked?
Virgin.
Have you checked the packet?
Extra.
Have you checked the packet?
Shut up your mouth. Asking me questions, okay? It's walking away. It's walking away.
Go on, one more.
It's not about the oil. It's about the spray bowl. See it there? You see it there? Roti and ting, curry goat and ting, team you want. Listen, yeah, it worked perfectly well.
And how much did you pay for it?
Probably £1. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Same price as the Freddo.
Yeah, and it works well.
Okay.
It has longevity.
Does it work good or just well?
It works well, which is better than good, right?
If you go on a date and you said the date went well,
That's better than good, right?
no,
Went well.
no, it was a good date. The date
No.
went well.
That's how you're emphasizing the word good.
Okay,
Date was good.
Okay, it was good.
Yeah, it went well.
I feel like good is better than well.
Well, what do you guys think? No, seriously, actually, I'm intrigued. If I said a date went well,
Yeah.
that means there's potential to go. Yeah, it was good. Maybe they're on the same. Maybe they're
I
on the
think
same.
you've been out of the dating game too long to know this.
All right, fair. Just because you're out here hoeing. Like,
Throwing that thing. I'd be flinging pee around.
I don't know if there's like a male equivalent of Kegels, but it sounds like you need it. You're just flinging pee. Urine. Is that what you're saying? Or you talking about your penis?
I'm talking about a penis.
All right. No, it just sounded like you was talking about piss.
Why would I fling piss around?
I don't know.
Does that make sense?
You said I've been out of the dating game.
am
I
I a
don't know what's
monkey?
been going on.
Golden showers and stuff.
Maybe
I'm
that's
not
what
into
you're on.
that.
I don't know, bro.
No. You know me better than that.
Man said he's flinging pee. That's grim.
into the main part of the episode. We might make this a little segment going forward, but this is my it's called "Am I Overreacting?" It's like a thread on Reddit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use different websites, but this one was juicy. I like this one.
All right.
It made me laugh. So me and my boyfriend were in Seattle, in America, and they were getting on a flight with each other. I'm just gonna shorten it down. It's too long.
Okay, right.
And the boyfriend apparently made them both late to the airport.
Okay.
So the woman and the boyfriend were running for the plane, but she had to stop to go to the toilet. So he went up, queued up, got on the plane, and they were like, he said he's gonna wait for his wife because his wife's just running. She's just in the toilet. They're like, don't worry, it's fine. We'll wait for her. It's fine. So he went, got on the plane, and then they closed the doors, took off, and he was texting her saying, "Oh, they've closed the doors, but you're not on the plane. Where are you? What's going on?" But he was told that he was.
Nah, you can't make me late. Okay, no.
He was told that she would get on the plane, and then he got on, and she didn't get on the plane, and she had to get the next flight. And yeah. So this is how the text went. She said, "All right, he said, "All right, I'm finishing." He also texted her saying, "Run." She said, "I did, missed it by 1 minute. Thanks for leaving me." He was like, "Ugh. The person told me to board and said that you could make it. I'm sorry. What's the next flight?" 11:05 lands at 6:40. "I'm honestly really hurt that you left me. I would have waited for you and missed the flight if you weren't going to make it too." He said, "Babe, I'm really sorry this happened. I thought you would have enough time when I saw how close the gate was. I will make this up to you when you get back in Atlanta."
So not when she landed in Seattle.
No, they were in Seattle.
Oh,
They were
okay,
going to
okay,
Atlanta.
Okay. Right. First of all, no one could make me late for the airport, because if I see that you're going on slow, even before leaving out, like to get to the airport, I will actually leave you, because that's your
bad
business.
mind.
It's not. How you making me late? Why are you late? Why are you late? If it's just like packing or what, if we're both late and, you know, I don't know, we're delayed doing something, whatever, that's fair. But she specifically said he made me late.
Yes.
So that's number one. That's on her, because she could have left. She could have been on time. Then she could have been on flight.
Can I add to this that the reason why they were late
Yeah.
is because he wanted to save money. So he booked an Uber, a Lyft.
Oh God. Yeah.
We won't talk about that.
Let's not.
But he booked an Uber
Yeah.
to go to an airport. To go to a hotel so that they could use the free shuttle and save themselves $30.
Well, if that's the reason why, she agreed to it. So
Yeah.
then it's both of them. So she can't say nothing to him, in my opinion.
All right.
So yeah, if that happened to me and I agreed to it, I can't really be too mad, because I agreed to that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take that out of the equation now.
Yes. Cool.
If I was the one who needed to go toilet, I wouldn't expect that my partner would get on the plane, to be honest.
I wouldn't expect that.
Because
If we're not together, why are you getting on the plane?
I also yeah.
I would actually make fuss so that the plane had to be delayed a bit.
Exactly.
Why am I leaving you?
And I also know that they're more inclined to like wait for you if you're literally just at the gate as well. As soon as someone's on the plane and they need to go, they will just shut the door.
close the doors.
They do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like when me and my partner was going to wherever we was going. Anyway, we booked our seats and they had told me that, oh, actually we've double booked you, so your boyfriend could go on and wait. And once we deal with,
What do you mean double book?
they double booked the seat, and they said hopefully the people won't turn up. So then you can get on the plane.
I mean, hopefully they won't turn. So
yeah, but
they weren't even there.
Yeah, but they were like, your boyfriend needs to board the plane, and we'll deal with you
Hell
afterwards.
to the no.
I said what? I said I booked my seat. I've actually got a seat allocated to me.
What, you paid for a seat?
No.
Oh, okay.
But the seat was allocated.
Yeah.
So how are you double booking it? Because sometimes, like, if they double book, you won't actually be allocated a seat, and that's how you know that they double booked you.
Yeah.
Whereas with me, like, I was like, no, but I've actually got a seat, and it says in terms and conditions, like, if you've got a seat, then you should be on the plane.
Yeah.
So there was a huge mistake anyway. But no, they were like, no, he needs to go on. I said, no, he ain't going on the plane. We're not traveling separate. So you need to sort this out. Luckily, the people didn't show up. And
But even if they had shown up, so what? You was there before them, so first come, first served. How does that...
I don't know what their system is, but...
No, but how does that make sense? They're not there, you are, so my seat...
I don't know. Maybe they allocated them first or something and realised there was an issue.
So what? I still got here before you.
But either way, my partner was like, no, I'm not getting on the plane without you.
And why would he?
Because they were quickly just shut the door. He wouldn't have an opportunity to be like, no, actually, I need to get off. They don't care. They just care about their schedule.
Once you're on, you're on. You ain't getting off.
Exactly. So yeah, if I was going toilet, I'd be like, no, just wait at the gate. To be fair, I wouldn't even need to say that to my partner because he just wouldn't get on.
Yeah.
But equally, if he was going toilet, I would be waiting at the gate and be like, no, he's literally nearly done. Like, he's literally 2 doors down. He's coming. He told me he's zipping up his pants or whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't be getting on the plane without my travel companion. Even if partner, friend, whatever, we travel together, we stay together.
Mm-hmm.
Bad bitches for life.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, God.
This is from the person that posted it, just a little update.
Yeah.
So he said he would make it up when she reached Atlanta, right?
Why do you even get on the plane, Karen?
I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. So this is what she said. Obviously, there's 2 sides to every story, but we're going to go with what she said. He pulled up to the loading area. I put my bags in his car. He didn't even put the bags in the car for her. He got out, I guess, to assist me, but my bags were already loaded by the time he got out. We drove home in silence. He didn't say anything, not even an apology, nothing like that. He helped me take my heaviest bag upstairs. So she obviously had more than one bag. He got undressed and then went back to sleep. I grabbed the blanket and pillow to go sleep in the office. He left for work a few hours later. He kissed me on the forehead before he left, and that was it.
Okay. Alright, I'm not going to read too much into that. I feel like man's just feeling shame. You know, sometimes when people feel shame, they just don't even know what to say. I'm not saying that's right or wrong.
I think the least he could have said is, I'm very sorry.
Yeah,
How are you going to drive home in silence? I get after you said the sorry, it might have a silence. She may have left that out, maybe. We don't know. But you pick her up. The first thing I'll be doing is like, no, wait, I'll put your bags in.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't even happen.
But she said she put the bags in even before he got out.
Yeah.
That means she's just doing it because she's just in a mood.
Or he took long to get out of the car. It doesn't take that long to open the door and see like I'm coming around. No.
She just didn't want to wait.
Before I did that, I would be like, no, wait, I'll put your bags in. Before.
She wanted to add like, I don't need you. I'm going to do it. And now she's out here bitching about him. And I bet there ain't no update to say what he did to make up everything.
No, there isn't. Well, so let me double check, but I haven't seen anything.
Because I'm pretty sure they're not going to continue in silence, are they? And if they broke up over that, she would have said, oh, we broke up over it.
Yeah.
But positive stuff, people are less likely to put updates. So I'm pretty sure that man must have done something else.
There are no updates that I can see. So, yeah, I mean,
I'm
hoping.
I am playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know like how men are. Like if they feel shamed, they just.
Yeah, but at the very least, you say sorry. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just sit there in silence for a whole car ride.
No, but if you've already seen how the woman's acted, I'm just assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't even got out of the car yet. You just pull up. The woman's popping trunk, struggling to put bag in. Then she's gonna be upset because she had to struggle and put the bag in. But she done it of her own accord.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's getting in car.
You play that part really well. Have you done this before?
No, but you know, if you got someone that's already like in that headspace, you're probably afraid to speak to them because they might.
Tracy, have you done this before?
They might kick off at you. You're probably scared to say anything.
I mean, I wouldn't be, but I get it.
I'm just saying. I know some women. I've seen some things. And some people act like that, and then they want to come and complain. Oh, this man didn't apologize to me. I'm not saying that he shouldn't apologize.
Yeah, of course.
But if you're acting like that, and maybe you act up like previously,
yeah,
he's probably scared to say anything because you might start shouting at him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So best to just stay quiet, let you simmer down. Mm-hmm. After I go work, I'll come back. You know, I'll cook you dinner, take you out for dinner, whatever. That's probably why there ain't no update.
Probably.
So I know.
But either way, the initial situation.
It's jacked up. Of course, it's jacked up.
How are you gonna leave your partner
Of
and
course.
get on the plane? That don't even make any sense.
Yeah. That probably wasn't the take you thought I was gonna take, was it? I know I'm framing it with a lot of like if buts and maybes, but just from what you said,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of like picking
I
sense
agree.
from nonsense.
I agree.
'cause
That's why I haven't said
like,
anything. I agree.
Yeah.
She sounds like she was pissed and she was like, okay, I'm gonna act up. Not that she didn't say
I
that.
don't need you. I'm surprised she just didn't get a taxi, but yeah.
About he's only gonna help with the heaviest bag.
He helped with the heaviest bag.
But why would he only carry the heaviest bag?
Well,
Most men
he
would
probably
just pick up both one in each hand and take it upstairs.
depends on how many bags there are, and
okay, but
whatever. He probably took that bag, took the big bag, went up the stairs, and then she probably just took the other bags, went up behind him rather than waiting.
Yeah.
If she waited, I'm pretty sure the man would come down and get it.
Yeah.
So
because why would he take
if
one?
if she waited, I'm pretty sure the guy would get out the car and put it in the trunk.
Yeah.
So you can't complain about it if that's what you're choosing to do, unless the man sat in the car and like popped the trunk from whilst he was in the car.
That.
But
But
even if he did that, it could be convenient for him.
the initial reading, it sounds like he took a bit long to get out of the car. My initial reading.
He might be fiddling around with something. So
what are you fiddling around with? If you know you've left your wife or your girlfriend at the airport, what are you fiddling with? Be ready.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna go the other way now.
Be
right,
ready.
I'm gonna go
Be
I'm
ready.
gonna go the other way now. I'm gonna look at it from if the woman was calm or whatever. Okay, so you've just come out from the airport. You've just seen your man. He's parked up in the pickup zone. He's popped the trunk. And you're just there and you're waiting for a couple of seconds. Why ain't my man coming out of the car? Okay, it looks like I just got to lift this stuff in there. Now you got me in a worse mood now. So I have to lift my stuff in the boot. And now I'm sitting in the car. And yeah, I am in a bad mood. And I'm just looking at you like, so you're not even going to apologize. In my head, this is what I'm saying. You're not even going to apologize. So we're just going to sit here in silence. Okay, all right. Let's see what happens when we go home. Come out the car. Okay, so he's taken a heavy bag. Waited a couple of seconds, he ain't come back down. Boy, it looks like I've got to take the other ones upstairs. Okay, so he's not going to come down and talk to me now that we're home. My man's just going in bed.
He's in bed already.
My man's just going in bed.
On the floor.
I'm not even sleeping next to him. No, I'm going to grab me a pillow, grab me a blanket, sleep out, whatever. But if that's how it played out, maybe I could kind of understand what she's saying. But there would be an update because I know that man would have done something.
There's nuance in
of
this.
Course.
And there's stuff that's not being said.
I think it's probably a mix of between what I've said for that one and the man's.
I agree.
But either way, some people feel shame and locked down, shut down.
Yeah.
Even like if they haven't apologized, they feel bad, but they're in a bad mood.
I mean,
and
he
I just don't
apologized
wanna
over
say anything.
text. He apologized over text. But in that situation, I would have to apologize in person too.
I would apologize.
I would come up to you laughing and be like, "I'm so sorry."
Me too.
I'll be like, "I didn't know they were gonna go. I'm so sorry. Give me a hug."
I'm so sorry. I dropped the bags. I know I popped the trunk. That's for me now. No, you're just gonna sit down. Sit down. Put your feet up.
Let me get you a coffee.
So sorry.
You want tea? You want hot chocolate? You want some? I got you flowers. Look.
I know I'm laughing, but I'll give you a foot rub later. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
Kiss me now.
I'm sorry. Forgive me, please.
Yeah,
please.
they'll be in a bad mood, but they would have to laugh at
They would
some
have to
point.
do
They'd
something.
have to do something.
How you gonna come empty-handed?
They would have to
Take
move
time
away
to
from
get out
me.
of the
Stop
car.
laughing.
Oh,
but it's
man.
funny. Come on, man. I'm sorry, babe.
I would have to laugh.
I would laugh.
Thing is,
yeah.
you can't be too upset. It's not my fault. What do you want me to do? It's
I mean,
my
it
fault,
is,
but it's not my fault. They told me you would make it. I just trusted them, innit? I'm obviously too trusted. I got to work on that. Maybe I need therapy. How you gonna leave your wife at the airport and you're on the plane flying off? You know,
I'll be pissed.
It's not even like it's a short flight. The next flight's at 11. It lands at
she was
6:45.
like a nervous like flyer and stuff, flying by herself and stuff. Yeah, no, it's not nice, is it? But what do you think about like?
I would have to go and have a word with the pilot and be like, "Can we go back, please?
I need my wife.
I'm gonna get killed. Do you know what you've just done to me? Can we turn this? We turn this around, please? I'm begging you."
Oh God! Oh no, that's awkward. But random question: on an airplane, when you're sitting in the middle aisle and you're just by yourself,
in the middle aisle, in
sorry,
the middle seat,
middle
yeah.
seat. What do you think the rules are on the armrests?
Me personally, I think I'm too kind. I actually genuinely think I'm too kind. So I usually I
Yeah.
wait and see what other people are doing,
Bruh, okay.
and I'm just like, okay. So if most of the time what happens is my arms are like back, and then their arms are in the front. If we're both sharing, I don't mind. I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me.
You
Or
share armrests.
I don't care.
Yuck.
It's a
okay.
big armrest usually. Or if it's someone that we can talk and chat, I'll be like, I'm trying to lift this up so it's not in the way. Because then at least we're not fighting over it. It's just like we're just rubbing shoulders. That's better than like rubbing shoulders and
That's
having
gross,
that in them.
but yeah.
It's weird.
I get it. That's gross.
But yeah, usually I see what they're doing. And I put my arms right back. Because I'll have my phone like here. So I'll sit there like that. And then they can put their arms forward or whatever. Or if it's really awkward, I just lean forward like this. And then
Even if you're in the seat first.
Yeah, because I'm too kind, like I said.
Bruh, you are too kind.
I am.
Okay, but not what you do. Who do you think those armrests belong to?
I don't know. I don't know. Technically, one of them should be mine. Because if you're in the aisle seat, you can lean out most of the time.
Yeah.
If you're on the window seat, you can lean against the window at some point.
Yeah.
So where do I lean if I'm in the middle?
Forward.
So if
Apparently.
no, it depends. So if that person on the aisle seat is leaning over most of the time, then I'll take their one.
Yeah.
Because you've already got one. You're leaning that way anyway. If they're leaning that way, I'll lean like that.
Okay.
It all depends.
I personally think that if you're in the middle seat, you're in the shittest seat.
You should get both armrests.
I think you should get both.
You are a
No,
terrible person.
No, but on the aisle, you've got your armrest on that side.
Like
And on the window, you've got an armrest.
Yeah.
So, and you got leaning on both things.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I leaning to? I've just technically
Lean forward, innit?
I've technically got an extra armrest. That's it.
Mm.
That's it. Those are mine.
You just pick one.
And okay, so that's what I feel is like should be a rule blanketly.
Mm-hmm.
But as a passenger, if I'm there first, I'm staking claim. I'm staking claim. They're mine.
Thing is, if you're there first, then it's more likely that when other people come, they're gonna lean out anyway, or they're gonna lean.
Also, well, obviously I'm bigger
But
anyway.
also, if I had a dickhead next to me that was trying to take it over,
I'm doing
I'll
that.
fight them. I'll fight them.
I'm doing that.
I'll fight them.
And I won't make any eye contact unless
Oh, I would.
unless they want to start something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I'm making myself known. Yeah, I've had a guy on long haul flight put his foot in my footwell. I kicked that man's foot, you know. No, the first time I said, "Your foot's in my footwell." He's like, "Oh, sorry." Went back. He pulled his leg out. Went back to sleep. I was sleeping, and then I woke up and his foot was in my footwell again. I kicked his foot.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he moved it. And he
It's
didn't,
like
he
when we
didn't
was
do it
in that
afterwards.
airport and the guy was like, "Oh, can I cut in front of you?" And he was like, "No, we've already let like 7 people through." No. And then he still tried to get in front of you and he was like, "Sorry, I swear I said no, you can't come in front of
Yeah, I
me."
said, is there
And he's
something
like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. And then he did it again.
I said, "Is there something wrong with you?" He was like, "No, what do you mean?" I said, "'Cause you're in front of me and I told you no." So, yeah, he moved.
How many times do you need to say no?
He was like, "My flight's in 20 minutes." I said, "Mine's in 30. You're literally near your gate. And I've already let 7 people pass me."
And
no, I
don't
said
care
no.
if it's in 20 minutes. You've asked me. I've said no.
Yeah, remove yourself.
You didn't tell me I'm
No.
going to the front, which I'll be like, sometimes I'll be like, the audacity, but okay. You're telling me, all right, cool. Obviously, it's an emergency, but
Yeah.
you're telling me my flight's in 20 minutes. I've said no.
Exactly.
And you still tried to push.
Exactly. No.
I will fight you in the airport.
I can be very nice and like docile sometimes, but
Yeah.
like if I see you taking the mick,
Yeah.
nah, you're not. I'm not
And-
playing
and
that.
for some reason, there were loads of people trying to run through.
There were so many people.
The queue was very long. I don't know
Yeah.
what was going on, but the queue
Yeah.
was long. But however, we've let people through.
Your flight's only 10 minutes before mine. I don't know if I'm gonna be delayed. No.
But yeah, you're still trying to push.
He's like, "Oh, but you let those guys through because their flight's in 5 or 10 minutes, whatever it was. It was a lot shorter than ours."
And if I still continue to let people through, I'm never going to get through.
And
So
those people were actually old, and she had a cane. She literally had a disability, and she wasn't even pushing to go through.
I
I
don't
said,
care.
"Do you want to go?"
I don't care if they've got a disability.
No, but
Because why? Because if they do, then they
Well,
get
I suppose
preferential treatment anyway.
They could, yeah. But she and her husband, they weren't even trying to push in front. They were literally just having a conversation, saying that I don't know if we're gonna make our flight, blah blah blah. I think you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, "No, do you guys want to go in front? My flight's in like half an hour." You guys can go in front of me, like.
Are you sure?
No issue.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Go.
And because I suggested it to those guys, this guy want to edge up himself. No, remove yourself, kind sir. You're not even kind, actually.
You're not kind because
No.
I said no politely, and then you still want to try and push in.
Bitch, I'd speak to that guy like 3 times. I don't know who you think you are.
It's not acceptable. Not acceptable.
Naked.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was just looking at him like, oh, what are you doing? She said no.
Nah.
And you're still trying to push.
Nah. I don't like them things. But yeah, no, I feel like there are some like nuances like when you're on a flight.
We can talk for a whole episode.
Yeah,
on
I
this.
think there's gonna be a flight etiquette and like flight rules
and coach etiquette.
stories.
Oh, I've got so many stories.
Yeah.
Got so many stories. You know, I used to drive megabus, and someone came up with a fridge freezer to put underneath the coach. Not even a small fridge freezer, like a 6 foot tall fridge freezer.
What are the rules? Like,
there's no way that we're supposed to take that. But I called up. I was like, "This guy's come with a fridge freezer. A what? A 6 foot fridge freezer. White goods."
I bet that guy done his research. He probably read all the terms and conditions. Like,
No, he didn't.
Don't say that.
No. Because the rules are, I think it was like one bag, 20 kg or something like that. One bag, 20 kg, and a hand luggage. Similar like. They were like, oh, if it can fit, then take it. I was like, what?
Yeah, but if that slides and mashes up my case as a different passenger, I'm gonna be upset.
I mean, on them coaches, there was a lot of space.
Okay.
A lot of space, like it could fit, but it's still like.
I hope the fridge moved around and got mashed up.
Look,
you're not even supposed to lie those things down horizontally.
No, but for transport, yeah, it's not when you're using it.
Jesus.
I was like, okay, cool, but obviously I'm a smooth driver, so it didn't move. But you know.
You ain't no smooth driver.
When I was driving for Megabus, I was.
Yeah, because boy, I've been on
them coaches. Oh my god!
Knock out my teeth. Boy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's no one else on board. What am I driving smooth for? I drive that like I drive my car. Swing that shit.
I look like I was doing the pallets, but pallets. Nah.
I do drive like that. I've never thought of playing that when I'm driving. You know, I'm gonna have to do that one day.
We on the road. Watch you balance.
I'm gonna have to do that going forward. When I've got a whole coach full of black people, I'm putting on that tune and I'm dancing with the coach going down the motorway. I'm doing it.
Oh god. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna have an episode.
Okay. We'll have a travel stories episode. That'll be funny.
So yeah, that was this episode.
Yeah.
Hope you guys liked it. Hope you enjoyed. Maybe drop some of your stories if you got any in the comments.
Please do, or send us a message on Instagram, which will be linked right here.
Yeah, man.
But I think it's just Pink Lip B-Balls on everything. So TikTok, Instagram, Pink Lip B-Balls. Because for some reason PLBB is taken everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Who's taking PLBB?
And Pink Lip Beige Balls was taken as well.
That don't make no sense.
No, that wasn't taken. I'm lying.
Oh, it's too long. It's too long.
It's too long. But yeah, Pink Lip B-Balls on Instagram and on TikTok. And obviously right here.
Damn. So that's this episode, guys.
Bye. You meant to say bye.
Ta-ta. Toodaloo.
Oh my gosh.
Farah.
What does that even mean?
Wait. Now I'm singing the wrong song. Oh no.
And that's why some of our episodes scripted.
So long. Farewell. I'll be there saying goodbye. That's the one I was thinking of singing.
And now we just got copyright striked.
Damn. You can cut that out.